What's going on, guys? My name is Dane Sklar and this is D-Sklar41. I got another Yamaha for you guys today. This time I have the 2019 YZ-450F in the white. Yeah, you can get these in blue and white, and you can get that also with the 250, and I failed to mention that, but that's only on the 4-strokes. The 2-strokes are unavailable, they're only blue. Courtesy to Simi Valley Cycles for having me out. Thank you to Jason Rains from Yamaha to actually let me ride these bikes at LACR. Big thanks to Dwayne, the manager here at Simi Valley Cycles. Make sure you guys check them out on Instagram, check out their website. I'll put all of that in the link in the description below. So with that being said, here are some pros and cons of the 2019 YZ-450F. Alright guys, so for pro number one is going to be the Wi-Fi downloadable tuning app. So again, just like the 250, all these are unique to Yamahas. I believe it's only in the 4-strokes though. You get a free downloadable app, either for iOS or Android, and it lets you customize everything about this bike. Maps, you can look at your bike data, logged hours, maintenance schedules. It'll tell you when to do an oil change. The little CDI box is hidden cleverly underneath the rear panel here of the rear number plate. And it's very easy to understand, and it's so cool, guys. This innovation from Yamaha is very awesome, and I wish all bikes had this. So that is pro number one, the app and its customization. Alright, so in my pros and cons of my Honda video, you all said I should be a 250 rider because of my stature. Yes and no. I've graduated from I've been riding 250s for years, and I finally graduated to a 450. I've only been riding 450 for 2 years now, but I'm really good on it. So, which leads me into my pro number two about this bike. In that, my Honda review, as you all know, the stock suspension was beating the crap out of me, set up for 180 pounds. I could not ride that bike for long, and it was very uncomfortable. This suspension stock is much more tolerable than my Honda. I would still probably change it because it was still just a little bit stiff for me. I'm 135 pounds, but I'm 5'10". So yeah, I'm kind of a skeleton. But joking aside, this is a lot more tolerable. I messed with the clickers. I could stay longer on the track with the stock suspension. Like I said, I'd probably still change it with my boys at N2 Dirt Suspension. Brian, looking at you, boy. But yeah, it's definitely a lot more tolerable, both front and rear. KYB did a great job with the suspension. It's one of the best in class, and Yamahas are known for its great suspension. All right, so for pro number three is an updated front end, so it's more lively feeling. It's still not as sharp as my Honda, like the 250, but if you guys look at the MXA or the Dirt Rider videos about this bike, they will say they changed components for the front wheel to make it much better feeling. It's not vague. I felt that as well, and it is much improved over the previous years. So that is pro number three, a more lively front end feel. Okay, so pro number four, the motor and its power. Yamahas are known for having a good, solid, strong motor. Although it's not as powerful as my Honda, because my Honda is the most powerful in the class for 2019, it's still smoother power. I could use this a little bit more. I could manage it better. Once I change my exhaust pipes, my power will smoothen out better. But like I said, I base my reviews on stock, what's off the showroom floor, and my bike is really snappy. That's not a problem. I can handle it. I have a lot of experience. But maybe for some of the more novice to beginner riders, this engine might be better because it's smoother power. It's not as snappy, but the power is there. You can hit anything on any track, and the motor is very strong, solid, it's reliable, and that is pro number four, the engine, its power. Alright guys, it started raining, so sorry about that. But okay, so for pro number five, it's going to be great chassis comfort. This bike, within the braking bumps, whoops, everything, it felt a lot better, and my bike is more stable. The This chassis is all new for 2019, so it's a big improvement over the previous years. Not to say the previous years were bad at all, but I did feel really comfortable on this bike. I felt a lot more stable in the air and stable on the braking bumps and whoops. So that is pro number 5, great chassis comfort. All right, guys, so we got the pros, now we got to move on to the cons. So for con number 1, the bike's ergos are still not the greatest, although they have gone to work like the 250 and slimming down the shrouds and the gas tank. It still feels bulkier than some of its competition. Pretty much all the other bikes feel slimmer. My Honda, the Kawi I tested, and Suzuki I rode. The Suzuki was older, I think it was like a 2017, but nonetheless it still felt slimmer than this. Yeah, it's a little bit bulky. You can get used to it. I got used to it pretty quickly, but then jumping back on my Honda, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is a little more comfortable. I can get my legs squeezed tighter around my Honda, and I got my legs tighter squeezed on the Kawasaki that I tested. So that is con number 1, the bulkiness. All right, guys, so for con number 2, just like the 250, I know this can be changed extremely easily and it's extremely nitpicky, but this goes to show you how solid this bike is. The stock seat grip is not grippy at all. Like the 250, I was sliding around all over the place. Every time I was in the whoops, or every time I knifed into a corner or went to a corner harder, I just kept sliding. The seat foam is much better. It's still just like the 250. They made the seat foam denser, so you can get that part squeezed in between your legs, and it's not plushy like a couch like previous years. If you look at the magazine's YouTube channel, like MXA or Dirt Rider, they'll tell you the same thing. But the seat cover for me is too slippery. I know this can be changed really easily. Seat covers are not expensive, but that is con number 2, stock seat cover. All right, again, also really nitpicky. I know this can be changed really easily, but I base my reviews off what comes off the showroom floor. The bars, it's the same thing as the 250. They're a little awkwardly positioned for me. I feel like they're too tall, but then not far enough apart. It took me some getting used to. I know you can change the bars really easily, but I'm 5'10", I got really long arms, and this is just my personal opinion. I know everybody's different, and with it's like $100, that's an easy change. But that is con number 4, bars.